benevolent old king once reigned in a remote region. He always surrounded himself with wise people to help him with his decisions. His realm was prosperous, his populace content. In the kingdom, everything was good, besides one thing. The son of the king disliked seeing all the elderly residents of the royal court, especially the ones who attended ceremonies with his father. He questioned his father, "Why do you keep all of these old white-haired men around? They don't explore new things and they have outdated beliefs." The elderly king tried to explain to his son the value of learning from those who had experiences in life. The boy wasn't interested in hearing any of his father's words. The young man announced that when he became king, things would change. His predictions came true quickly. The prince succeeded his father as king after the old king fell unwell and passed away. Despite the boy's love of his father, the new king disregarded his father's advice. He immediately committed to changing things once the crown was on his head. The new king ordered everyone above the age of 30 to leave the country. He surrounded himself with youthful advisors. Old was awful. Youth was desirable. There was no way to change the new king's thinking. Everyone was compelled to send their elderly parents to other lands far away. Some rode off on their own ox-driven carts. Some people required assistance. Daughters led their mothers while sons carried their fathers. Tears were shed throughout the land. The son of one of the old king's counselors disobeyed the order to exile his father. He kept his father hidden in a concealed area of his home. The boy explained to his father that he could not send him away because of his love for him. A messenger from a more powerful neighboring kingdom arrived at the palace not long after the new king had sent the elderly away. To the king, the messenger said, "I'm here to deliver a message from our ruler to you. I have a stick that was cut from a young tree. You must inform our king which end of the stick originates from the higher branch of the tree. Correctly answering this message will cause him to leave your kingdom in peace. If you answer incorrectly, he will invade your kingdom with a sizable army." The young king was given 7 days to respond. The young counselors who served the king encircled him. The king informed them, "You are all young and intelligent. You are my father's advisor's offspring. So bring me the solution to this puzzle so we can avoid conflict." However, unlike the counselors of the earlier king, they weren't required to labor in the forest or the soil. As a result, they lacked the experience to respond to the king. It was 6 days. The young king's anxiety increased daily. Although he didn't want war, he was powerless to resolve and stop the issue. The young advisor, who had hidden his father away, went to visit with him. He had a look of worry on his face. His father was concerned and questioned his son about what was troubling him. The son predicted that they would soon be at war with a much stronger country. He then told his father about the message that had been delivered from the neighboring kingdom. His father explained that there would be no conflict if he followed his instructions. The following morning, the young advisor smiled as he approached the king. He requested a bowl of water be brought before him. The advisor dropped the messenger's stick into the bowl of water. The stick sank on one end. The young counselor announced that the highest end of the tree had now gotten higher, and the lower end was that sank. The messenger from the other kingdom affirmed that this was indeed the correct answer. Everyone, including the king, applauded as the messenger left. The young king wanted to know how his advisor had come up with the answer when no one else could. The young advisor told the truth. He explained that he had been unable to follow the king's order to banish his elderly father. He admitted that his father had provided him with the answer. The young king had to admit the error of his ways. He now understood that experience and age bring about wisdom. Being elderly and wise has great value, especially since so many may be inexperienced. From that time forward, The elders were returned to the kingdom and held in high esteem for their wisdom. If you enjoy tales of wisdom, folk tales and stories that challenge the intellect, then don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you'll be made aware when I've posted newer videos. I'm your griot, Baba the Storyteller. Until our paths cross again, which I hope will be soon. Doni doni, kununi benyanga da.